I spent 3 years lifting heavier and heavier weights, eating perfectly, sleeping 8 hours a night. But I kept getting injured. My shoulders ached. My back was tight. Then a physical therapist told me something that changed everything. I was training the wrong thing. I wasn't training my fascia. What's up, everyone? If you've been hitting the gym consistently but still dealing with nagging pain, limited flexibility, or performance plateaus that make no sense, this video is going to blow your mind. Today, we're diving into why traditional muscle training might be holding you back, and why fascia training could be the missing piece in your fitness puzzle. Stick around until the end, because I'm sharing 3 fascia exercises you can start doing today. Let's get into it. Here's what most people don't realize. When you think about building strength or getting fit, you probably think about muscles, right? Biceps, quads, abs. That's what we see in the mirror. That's what bodybuilding has taught us to focus on for decades. But here's the truth that the fitness industry doesn't talk about enough. Your muscles don't work alone. They're wrapped in a continuous web of connective tissue called fascia. Think of it like a full-body suit that holds everything together, transmits force, and coordinates movement. And here's the kicker. Most training programs completely ignore it. When you only train muscles in isolation, doing the same repetitive movements, lifting in the same planes of motion, you're creating stiff, restricted fascia. It's like wearing a wetsuit that's 2 sizes too small. Sure, your muscles might be strong, but they can't express that strength efficiently because the fascia is restricting them. This is why you might be strong in the gym but feel stiff getting out of bed. Why you can bench press your body weight, but your shoulder hurts when you reach behind your back. Your fascia has adapted to limited movement patterns, and now it's limiting you. So what exactly is fascia? It's a 3-dimensional web of collagen fibers that wraps around every muscle, bone, nerve, and organ in your body. It's not just passive wrapping paper. Research from fascial fitness pioneers like Robert Schleip has shown that fascia is rich with nerve endings. It's responsive to movement, and it plays a massive role in proprioception, which is your body's awareness of where it is in space. Here's what's fascinating. Fascia responds to specific types of training that are completely different from traditional muscle training. While muscles respond best to resistance and progressive overload, fascia responds to dynamic movements, stretching, bounce, and multi-directional loading. When you train your fascia properly, it becomes more hydrated, more elastic, and more resilient. Studies show that healthy fascia can store and release elastic energy like a spring, making your movements more efficient and powerful. Think about how a kangaroo can bounce with incredible efficiency. That's fascia doing the work. But when fascia is neglected, it becomes dehydrated and sticky, so collagen fibers start to bind together, creating restrictions and adhesions. This is what leads to that chronic tightness, reduced range of motion, and increased injury risk. So how do we train fascia? It's actually simpler than you think, but it requires a shift in mindset. First, embrace multi-directional movement. Your body doesn't move in straight lines in real life. Stop training like a machine. Add rotational movements, lateral movements, and diagonal patterns to your workouts. Things like wood chops, lateral lunges, and animal flow movements challenge your fascia in ways traditional exercises never will. Second, incorporate dynamic stretching and bouncing. Fascia loves rhythmic, springy movements. Think jumping jacks, skipping, or even just gentle bouncing in a squat position. These movements hydrate the fascia and maintain its elastic properties. Research suggests that dynamic, oscillating stretches are more effective for fascial health than static stretching alone. Third, use tools like foam rollers and massage balls, but use them correctly. You don't need to torture yourself. Slow, sustained pressure with micro-movements helps fascial tissue reorganize and release adhesions. Spend 30 to 60 seconds per area and focus on breathing deeply. Fourth, slow it down sometimes. While dynamic movement is important, slow, mindful movements with focused attention also benefit fascia. Practices like yoga, tai chi, and specific fascial stretch therapy use slow, sustained stretches that allow the fascia to reorganize and lengthen. And finally, train in 3 dimensions. Your fascia works as a connected system, not isolated parts. Instead of just doing bicep curls, do a lunge with a rotation and a reach. Instead of just squatting straight up and down, add a reach to the side at the top. These integrated movements train the fascial lines that run throughout your entire body. The bottom line, if you can't build a truly functional, resilient, pain-free body by only focusing on muscles, your fascia is the unsung hero that deserves just as much attention. If this video opened your eyes to a completely new way of thinking about training, smash that like button and subscribe for more content that goes beyond the typical fitness advice. Drop a comment below telling me if you've dealt with chronic tightness or pain despite being strong in the gym. I read every single comment. Start adding these fascial training principles to your routine this week. Your body is an integrated system, and it's time to train it that way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where we dive into the exact fascial workout routine I use 3 times per week. Peace.